Okay guys, so it's my 50th birthday, April 15th. It's not really the mood right now in our world for a lot of celebration, so we thought the best thing that we could do as a family would be to go provide some meals to others. We have no electricity still, no internet, no television, so we're operating off of a generator. Just to keep our refrigerator and freezer going and a microwave. So times are, it's not a sacrifice for us. They're just different. So we're not complaining by any stretch of the imagination, but we are on our way as a family project coming out of the neighborhood to provide a little bit of comfort and relief to others. You know, service is something that's really near and dear to my heart, and my dad and mom taught me that. I watched them when people would lose their homes to fire, when someone would have we're going by the lake here, seeing some folks fishing. We're still on shelter in place, so it's a beautiful day. People are out, and so we're trying to make the best of it. But thinking about service, when people are having devastation, it's hard to celebrate in that. You know, like today's my 50th, and I'm really thankful for 50 years, and we can do that at another point. But what I really want to talk about is serving others, because service is what I've been taught, and I really think that my parents taught me, but I really caught it. So it's really more caught than taught, because I just saw it in action, and that way I wanted to live that for my children, and that's what I want to show them in their lives. And so it's just doing. And my daddy also told me that when you're feeling down on yourself and you feel like you've got a bad rap or something in your life is not so good, the way to get your mind off of your problems are to go serve someone else, and look for the needs in other people's lives. And there is so much devastation in Chattanooga right now. We had 4 tornadoes come through our area, and we're going to be passing some of that in a few minutes, and I will be able to show you that. But there's devastation all around our world. The pandemic with the coronavirus and the shelter in place, and so many natural disasters that have been happening. We're living in unprecedented days, and it's just one of those things that I just want to serve and give, and I want to teach my children that, because it's generational. And I'm not saying this for any pat on the back, because this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing, what little bit we're getting ready to do. But I'm doing this to encourage you moms that every little bit that you pour in matters. And what you are living in front of your children, that's what matters. So if you lose your temper, and you have a bad day, that doesn't mark out your parenting. That just means you had a bad day. And I just want us to celebrate the little successes, and that's what we're trying to do here. Thank God for Chick-fil-A, that we, since we can't, the fact that we can't cook dinner, we can go pick up. There's people serving faithfully. So we're going to go and check in on some friends and family that have had some construction issues and a crew tonight, and we'll check back in that in just a little bit. But just ask you to be in prayer for our community, because we are Chattanooga strong. We'll be back in a few. So here we are on site, these huge trees. I mean, the devastation is just unbelievable. The houses are just having tremendous damage. This one, they've been cutting the trees off the house. Generators running to keep refrigeration and food and things going. But it's just unbelievable. I think I'll be able to get some aerial footage soon and be able to put that on this video so that you can really see the extent of it. We are just thrilled to play a small part and bring some sandwiches and offer some concern and care and have prayer with these families. Pray for Chattanooga. We're Chattanooga strong. So we're back from a wonderful experience of getting to minister in a small way to some of our community that has damage from the tornadoes. The children have all gone in, and I just wanted to close out the video here before kind of closing out the evening. You can hear the generator in the background, and I'm just reminded of no electricity and no internet, no television, and all of that are just nothing compared to what we witnessed today. The devastation here due to the tornadoes is unbelievable. But as we talk to our children today, and moms, I want to encourage you that service is something that needs to be a part of our daily life. And it needs to be something very intentional, not only when there's tragedy like the tornadoes, or we're in very unusual times with the coronavirus and we're all grounded. And I know a lot of you moms are really barely hanging on right now. You know, I'm a homeschool mom, so I'm used to being home and kind of the chaos of teaching and all of that. But some of you are barely hanging on, and I want to encourage you. You are doing a service just by getting through your days, by teaching your children, by helping them learn life skills, helping to cook meals in, time management, the things that they're doing in your own home. That's a form of service. Anytime we're helping others, even if it's our mom or dad or our brothers or sisters or the neighbor across the street, I just want us, as we seek to inspire each other, to have those acts of service as a part of our life. And I want it to be something that is ongoing. And I want to be a mom that teaches my children service as they watch me, as I watch the community come together. I mean, I've really never seen a time in my life, again, in 50 years, where I've seen such a unified force as I've seen right now. And I see all of the men and women in uniform, paramedics and police and fire and military and on, doctors, all the medical, coming together to serve. And I want to be a person that is selfless and that wants to put others first. And I want to encourage you moms to be that family that seeks opportunities to always serve our neighbors and friends and family. And I think we're better for that. I think God blesses us for looking out for others. So you know, as I was thinking about what in the world am I going to write about service, you know, because I could write about this forever, it just so happened that today God put a perfect opportunity right in front of me, and I could vlog about that. So thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know ways that you're serving in your family, or things that you've done together that might give other families ideas on things that they can do, because the sky is literally the limit on how we can care for each other. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for following Inspire Moms, and I hope you have an inspiring day.